James Vasina is standing by at the Grand Palais for us, and we can go across to him now. James, good afternoon. Fencing is underway with French athletes getting things underway.
Yes, absolutely, Dylan. And as you mentioned, very similar in a way to what was going on in the Olympics. Just like in the Olympics, the wheelchair fencing is taking place in the Grand Palais just behind us. It's normally a building reserved for the arts, but it's a different kind of art that's taking place today. That art being that of the wheelchair fencing. It differs in just a few ways, of course, as compared to the Olympics. One of them being, as you mentioned there, that it's all about the upper body. It takes place in wheelchairs, so the athletes are separated. The separation distance between the two is determined by the one with the shorter arms, and that's from which they compete. And then after that, well, there's two main categories, category A and B. Those two categories define how much movement an athlete has in their upper body. So depending on that, they'll be competing in separate categories to try and even things out between different fencers. Now, if there's one name that you need to remember and make note of, that is of Bebe Vio. She is twice a gold champion in the foil category, the Italian 27-year-old. You may have heard about her previously, not necessarily only just about fencing. She's very vocal about getting people with disabilities into sports, making sports more accessible to them. She's also very vocal about getting vaccination for meningitis. Well, Bebe Vio begins actually not today, but tomorrow, straight into the quarterfinals as she tries to win another gold in the foil. She competes in that B category. As you mentioned, the French opening things today, a win and a loss so far. Maxime Vallet winning it for the French. The French, who actually have the most medals in the wheelchair fencing ever since its creation. Wheelchair fencing has been around since the start of the Paralympics. That was in 1960. 144 medals for the French, way ahead of China, more than double. We wanted to keep that continuing here in Paris. There are 16 in all, 16 events, because of course the Paralympics are divided into categories depending on other disabilities, depending on how much impact their disability has on the fencer. So there'll be 16 categories and medals, gold medals there up for grabs here in Paris 2024. With all of this getting underway as we speak, and we'll have more results for you in just a few hours' time.
James, thank you very much for that. James Vasina joining us there from the Grand Palais.